Hello, my love. Thank you for being here today. In this video, I'm going to just share with you something about the concept of the Ice Queen. So, do you know about the Ice Queen? You know, I've worked with so many people, like so many powerful women, and many of them are business women, they are artists, and they're like creative professionals. And one thing that I notice is that many of the high achieving, ambitious women, they have had this, they can have this tendency, right? Not they, we can have this tendency where we tend to, how do I say it? We can possibly have a closed heart, right? And some subtle elements in our energy. I definitely had it, right? In our energy, where we subtly close off to external, to receiving love and receiving more abundance, because we feel the need to appear like perfect and come across like super polished, super concerned with reputation, super concerned with what other people think, and stuff like that. And while it's a character that has a shadow side and a light side, the light side being that you super, like efficient, you super determined, you're super solid, but and that is beautiful because it's a beautiful character, but at the same time it can make you possibly a little bit more close off than you would liked, because you know that you are deserving of receiving more. And why, like, the thing with this condition, like this phenomenon, from what I've observed from my own experience, is that you oftentimes come from a space or come from a formative years where you feel the need to always show up as your best self. Like you feel the need to be perfect, to perform well, to sort of like earn like respect, or love or approval. Yeah, approval. And it can make it feels very hard and unsafe for you to be in a very sort of like open heart space, And the thing is that it has nothing to do with how do I say, like it has nothing to do with over pleasing. Yeah, we want to be efficient, but open-hearted efficiency, it's actually not a paradox, it's the future. Because if we are mindful of our energetic field in the way that we allowed ourselves to feel feelings or to process certain pain that we are avoiding, we can then transcend, right? Transformed that into something empowering, like into something that allowed you to be yourself and remain that efficiency, and definitely it's gonna crack you open to receive more, because now you are like moving into this space of lightheartedness and abundance and just good vibes, and which you all deserve that, right? Yeah, so this is just something that I think it's so important to acknowledge, especially for like business leaders who are women, and artists, creatives, because as a woman, I think that embracing this allowed you to tap into your femininity and your masculinity in like a light aspect, in like a powerful aspect, and allows you to receive more love, recognition, more sales, definitely, and more quality, sort of like soul aligned clients, because then you can have like a heart to heart conversations with the people that are in front of you, with the right like person for you. And it has nothing to do with being the best in the world, but it really has everything to do with being the best for you, like being the best mentor, like coach, leader for your soul aligned, like for your perfect buyers, like for your ideal buyers, the one who don't just like, who are not just a good fit to buy, but are those who are gonna thrive in your container and in your commitment, in your offers that you have. And it's gonna be the best investment that they're gonna make, that allowed you to be your like their abundance sort of like gateway, and allowed them to be your abundance gateway. And this heart-to-heart connection, this sort of like ease, you know, if ease, efficiency, open like hearted efficiency can be achieved through you opening your heart to you, and allowing yourself to you know, to feel that feeling within, which you avoided feeling, that keep the pattern repeating outside, the manifestation in the outside world. And yes, so that's what I mean. The conversation is about a close heart that you probably that each of us probably experience through different parts, or in certain aspect in our life, where we probably did that, well, not probably, as a defense mechanism to protect ourselves, and to, in some shape or way or form, like feel like we are better than someone else, or we are a bit more superior than someone, like we are both it. Therefore, we can't be like susceptible to pain again. But it can, yeah, it can sort of like limit your potential, like your true reach, in certain way, in the way that as you closing yourself to yourself, you will not be as in as good of a position to connect as you would otherwise, you know, like allow yourself to have your experience. So the last thing that I'm gonna say about this topic is that I have observed that many of my clients and many of the powerful women that I see in my life, they have like incredible intellectual power, but it can be like a sort of like a trap, because now you tend to logicalize your emotional experience, and you don't allow yourself to feel, you know, and you sort of like logicalize it, and you sort of like kind of like a little bit close off to channel of like love and opportunities and abundance, in the way that in the way that you intellectualize like the feelings aspect of your experience, and you wanted to avoid being the sufferer, like the victim, being like the one who like the weak, right? You cannot, in a way, I would say, love that part of yourself, or be present with that part of yourself, like just be with that part of you that like suffered or was a victim or was not in the position to do what you considered you should have done, or something like that. Like, and the interesting of being a victor, right? The interesting of being the benevolent ruler, the benevolent like creator, is not about avoiding being a victim, but it's about knowing so well that you are like a victor, as in like knowing so well that you are enough. That's what I mean by being a victor. Knowing so well that you're enough, that you allowed yourself to go through pain without judgment. You see what I mean? So it's really not about being perfect, and it has nothing to do with, oh, I can't like feel bad, or I can't feel like this, or this is a problem that I feel like this every other day. But it's really much about, oh, this is how I feel, and I'm gonna let myself feel that. And yeah, with all like my love and compassion for myself. Yes. And so now it sort of opens up, it sort of opens up to yourself in a way that is genuine and deeply loving and deeply present. And so it's like allowed you to be in this open heart space where you experience a lot of lightheartedness, and you expand your ability to receive, which essentially sort of like explode your manifestation currency in a way, because you so deeply sort of like wrapped up in unconditional love for yourself, and sort of like pure awareness about what happened without any judgment or anything. And that's powerful.